Ladies and gentlemen, heels and heelettes, welcome back to another edition of Blunt Impact. I am your boy, Chris G, once again with my co-host, Mary Jane. Today we will be reviewing the second part of Impact Rebellion, which took place on April 28th, 2020. I hope everybody's staying safe, staying quarantined, not sharing their shit. Can't be doing that, man. We got to keep everybody healthy. We got to do our best to weaken this infectious disease and try to get shit going back to normal. So this show was an empty arena match again. Some pretty interesting shit that we're going to get into. But before we get into it, I'm going to light my blunt up. I hope everybody at home has their blunt or joint or bong ready, or whatever you're smoking out of. Get it ready, because on the count of 3, we're going to light this shit up, okay? So 1, 2, 3. Oh yeah. Of course, we start with Josh Matthews on commentary. He is once again joined by Madison Rayne, who honestly gets better and better every episode of Impact. She's really smart. She's really witty. She feeds off of Josh Matthews really well. I like how they bicker back and forth. It doesn't overshadow the match, but it's just enough to keep you interested, I guess. The first match, likely with some X Division implications in the near future, is between Suicide, a TNA original, Chris Bay, Rohit Raju from the Desi Hit Squad, and Trey from the Rascals. It is a fatal 4-way match. Just want to say, I don't know who was playing Suicide. Used to be either Frankie Kazarian or TJP back in the day. Whoever it was now, clearly wasn't either one of those guys, because they look kind of fucking sloppy. They look sloppy like your prom date before it hits midnight and she's already went through a whole bottle of Svedka by herself. That's sloppy. The thing I like about multi-man matches at Impact is that they're booked differently. They're not always booked to your liking or my liking, but they're booked different from other multi-man matches that we see. Like this one, you would expect it to be super fast-paced, but it actually started off kind of slow. They did this standing switch spot, which all 4 guys, where they kept like rotating for like 2.5 minutes. Kind of cheesy for my taste. This match had a couple comedy spots with Rohit Raju, but everybody really got to shine. Everybody in this match could go, and they showed it. Everybody flowed really smooth. I actually ended up liking this match a lot. This was a really good way to start the show. Keep the action up, keep the energy up from the bell. It was just a weak finish. Chris Bay gets the win, but he basically does he just kicks Rohit Raju in the back while he's pinning somebody else, and then he pins Rohit and he gets the 3 count. It was like a regular stiff kick to the back. It was what it was, but it was a good match. Next up, we get a rundown of last week's Rebellion, which showcased basically Willie Mack winning the X Division Championship, TJP and Falaba winning, the Rascals winning a future #1 contender championship match for the tag team titles. Michael Elgin declaring that he will be world champion by the end of night 2. And also the main event between Ken Shamrock and Sami Callihan, where Ken Shamrock made Sami pass out due to the ankle lock. Next up, we had Tessa Blanchard interviewing from her crib in Mexico City, Mexico, I believe. I do not like her as a babyface. I don't want to hear her as a babyface. She comes out very corny, very generic. She sounds like the female Seth Rollins as a babyface. I can't do it. Turn her heel. Get the belt off her. Whatever you have to do, just fucking change Tessa back to the old Tessa. Don't like this Tessa. Don't want to fucking see this Tessa. Next up, we had Joseph P. Ryan versus Cousin Jake of the Deaners. Cousin Jake dominated most of the match. Joseph P. Ryan eventually gets the upper hand, starts working on his shoulder. Cousin Jake makes a comeback. Joey Ryan steals the win at the end. It's that simple. This match was fucking too long. Should not even been on this card. But you know what? It is what it is. Sometimes you need that in-between break match. Next up, we see Rosemary at the bar. Taya is FaceTiming her. And, they're Bethels now, whatever, BFFs. And apparently, Jordan Grace and Taya will not make it to the second night of Impact. They were supposed to have a championship match for Jordan Grace's Impact Championship. Due to COVID-19, they both didn't show up. So now the match is a full Metal Mayhem, which is basically a hardcore match, between Rosemary and Havok. This match involved a staple gun, chairs, chains, street signs, everything but the kitchen sink. Literally, they had the fucking pipe, like a plumbing kitchen pipe. They didn't have the sink though. You need the sink. Have you not watched 2001 hardcore matches from WWF? This match was what I expected. It was pretty slow paced, but they beat the shit out of each other. It went a little too long for my taking, but they introduced a female character by the name of Nevaeh, and apparently she's been working at WOW, Women of Wrestling. I think Shimmer or Stardom, one of these all-female wrestling promotions. She's actually tagged with Havok a few times. They show her on stage. I guess her and Havok had a little exchange. I don't know. Either way, she'll be incorporated into the Knockouts division sooner rather than later, I imagine. But Rosemary gets the win. For the main event of Rebellion Part 2, Michael Elgin comes out. Basically says there's no Eddie Edwards, there's no Tessa. He should be champion. So the ring announcer should come in and declare him world champion. And just as he's about to do that, my man Moose comes out with the old TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Now, that is actually a beautiful championship. It's very reminiscent from the WCW Big Gold Belt. But that motherfucker shines. I like it. I dig it. Moose says, look, there's no Impact Championship, but I'm the TNA World Champion because I've been conquering everybody from TNA. So how about we fight for this belt, since you want to fight for a belt? He's not really champion. But they fought for the belt anyway. But they didn't fight alone. Hernandez, the OG from LAX, came out and staked this claim and just decided to join the match. Just like, fuck it. Said, I want the belt, I'm going to join the match too, and just ran in the ring and started hitting people. So we have a triple threat match for a defunct championship as your main event. But this main event was actually pretty good. These guys hit hard. They're all big men. They hit hard. Michael Elgin is a fucking freak of nature. Moose gets better every time I see him. And Hernandez is Hernandez. He's, he's a little up there in age already. He's just a big dude that's going to hit you with power moves. For a triple threat match, it went pretty smooth. It was the right amount of time. Everybody got their shit in. A couple high spots. But at the end of the day, Moose pins Hernandez. And I believe this was to set up a number one contender match at the World Champion, Tessa Blanchard. So, with that being said, I am happy that my man Moose is finally getting the title shot again. Let me just say, I am not a fan of anybody's theme music in Impact like that. Like, Impact theme music is killing me. AEW's is a hit or miss. WWE has their classics. Now they're just like, whatever, you get some hits here and there. But Moose's theme, that shit goes hard. It gets me hype. I feel like putting my head through the toaster oven window when I hear that shit. I get pumped. Ooh, I'm shaking just thinking about it right now. If I had to compare both nights, I would say night one probably came off a little better, just because there was a little less comedy, more action. The action in both cards wasn't bad. Good quality. It would have been, if it was one pay-per-view card like it was supposed to be, it would have been a really good card action-wise. And we would have got a few more matches that we didn't get to see. This is one of their big pay-per-views, or supposed to be pay-per-views, so I'm excited to see what new feuds will be going in to the next few weeks until their next big show, which who knows what's going to happen due to COVID-19. But not bad. Not bad, Impact. Not bad. I dig it. Subscribe, like, share, comment, whatever you need to do. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever. True Heel Heat. We are everywhere. Joints and Jabronis will be coming out with another episode this weekend with a very special guest. Can't wait. Format's changed up a little bit. We're going to have fun. I'm excited to share it with you guys. I hope you're just as excited as I am. You can follow me at spick_flair_woo with 3 O's. Apparently, Ric Flair said the woo is actually with 5 O's. So I might have to update my social media handle. I'll let you guys know. Everybody stay safe out there. Wear your mask, wear your gloves if you need to. If you don't need to, stay your ass home. Don't be a jabroni. Smoke. Do whatever you gotta do that's not that harmful to your body to stay your ass home. Let's beat this pandemic together. I'm your boy Chris G. For my co-host Mary Jade. We'll catch you next time.